The US Open Challenge is back. I need to apologize to Triple H. Plus, Brock Lesnar still hasn't answered the answer to the problem which we have with Cena versus Lesnar. Let's get into it all. What is up, wrestling fans? I'm Ben Allison here at Wrestling Republic, and I have analysed last night's Friday Night SmackDown, and I have got my 5 key findings. So without further ado, let's get into them. In at number 5, the US Open Challenge is back, and Rey Fenix was the perfect start to it. When you ask your parents about the good old days, they'll tell you about low gas prices, 10p Freddos, and £1 pints. But when my kids will ask me about the good old days, I'll tell them about John Cena's Open Challenge. Every week as a kid, it filled me with joy. It created an element of unpredictability. You never knew, one, who was going to come out, but secondly, if there was going to be a title change. It was so fun. And most importantly, it made the show every week must watch. And currently, what has SmackDown not been? Must watch. A lot of weeks have been very filler, so could this be the answer to that problem? I mean, it's definitely a answer. Additionally, it helps to showcase wrestlers who maybe aren't getting that much in-ring time at the minute, and it gets them back on the TV product, and Rey Fenix was the perfect example, and he immediately reminded everyone why he is one of the best in the world in the ring. I mean, that match, my oh my oh my, I'm not even exaggerating, it genuinely was a banger of a bout. I mean, there was a few moments in it where I was like, no way is Rey Fenix actually going to win this, is he? And of course he didn't in the end, but it was just fantastic. And of course, we know that a portion of WWE fans have kind of turned against Sami Zayn as of recent. They've been calling him Sammy Hogan, and I've said a lot about that. I hate that people are calling him that, but this could be what wins back fans, showing that he is putting in the work week in and week out. So honestly, WWE, I commend this decision. Fantastic booking, and I'm really excited to see Sami Zayn versus Carmelo Hayes next week. In at number 4, now it makes sense why Triple H spoiled Cody's return. Paul Triple H Hunter Hearst Helmsley Levesque McMahon III, I owe you an apology. Earlier in the week on Wrestling Republic's daily broadcast, I kind of made fun of him. I made a joke. I complained about the fact that he announced Cody was returning ahead of time. I said, why didn't they keep it as a surprise? It made no sense to me. Well, guess what? He was just throwing us all off the scent because he was returning earlier than WrestlePalooza. And now it is official. Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, and as Cody Rhodes put it, WrestlePalooza. And I have to say, I am excited for this match. Like I said a few weeks ago, I loved how they wrote Cody off TV. That Drew McIntyre Claymore through the announce table, it was brilliant. And I was hoping that was going to write him off at the time. And I didn't think it would, but of course it did. But he's still back in time for the debut PLE on ESPN, and that is great news. Now, of course, the other question is what is next for Randy Orton? And I do think he's going to turn on Cody Rhodes before the year ends, if not maybe WrestleMania season. In at number 3, I love Nia Jax, but can she please stop getting involved in the Women's Championship picture? I feel like I'm repeating myself about the SmackDown Women's Division every single week, in the same way the SmackDown Women's Division is repeating itself every single week. It's a repetition of a repetition, and it's getting repetitive. So please, 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 shout out Sabrina Carpenter, can we move on from this? Tiffy vs. Jade had a little bit of a rough start last night, but once they properly get into it, I mean, they were having an absolute banger. I was loving it, and to be honest, I didn't hate the finish when it happened. I was like, okay, well, surely Jade's not going to win it on a SmackDown in the middle of the show, and also no way is Jade going to lose again. So I thought it made sense to maybe have this go to WrestlePalooza or something like that. But the Nia Jax interruption made my eyes roll more than The Undertaker when he does a sit-up, because it's the same thing we've been seeing for months and months and months. Hell, practically a year now. Nia Jax in the women's title picture alongside Tiffany Stratton in a storyline which seemingly never ends. Bianca Belair was only expected to be out for like a few weeks, and she's been out for almost half a year now, and honestly, this division is just begging for her to return right now. She is the breath of fresh air which this division needs, especially if Jade Cargill wins that belt. Jade, Bianca, I do think we need to see them in a singles feud. Now, before we get into the top 2 key findings, and trust me, you are going to want to hear them, could you guys please do me a huge favor and hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already? Thank you, guys. In at number 2, Vic Joseph and Booker T bring the absolute best out of each other. Full honesty, I'm not actually really a fan of Booker T's commentary work. I often find him too distracting, but for some reason in a 2-man booth with Vic Joseph, it just works. And it goes both ways too, because I like bland things. My favourite food is plain pasta, but Vic Joseph at times is a little bit too bland for even me historically, especially during his previous main roster run. But alongside Booker T, I mean he's like an entirely different person. The two have been killing it on NXT, and that is undoubtedly the right show as well for their commentary style, right? Because it is fun, it is chaotic, there's a lot of jokes involved, it works well. But I am really glad that we got to see them on the main roster, even just for one show. I mean, WWE have been searching for the next Michael Cole for years now, and some people have said it's going to be Joe Tessitore, and while Joe is undoubtedly fantastic at what he does, he is around the same age as Michael Cole, so he's not really going to be a replacement. And I do think for some time the hope was it was going to be Vic Joseph, but then maybe they lost a bit of confidence in him. But I still think there is a chance he could be the next guy, because he is only 40 years old, and like I said, he has improved so much compared to his last main roster run. And in at number 1, we still have no idea why Brock Lesnar attacked John Cena. Don't get me wrong, I loved the promo package last night, but the segment between Brock Lesnar and R-Truth, while it was fun, actually achieved absolutely nothing. It's like doom scrolling. 1 minute you're looking at videos of cats, you're having a good time, you're laughing, it's fantastic. The next minute you put it down, you realise 10 minutes have passed and you have achieved absolutely nothing. And of course, Lesnar Cena, it sells itself. 2 blockbuster stars, especially on the first ESPN PLE. And that audience will know Lesnar from the UFC, and they will know John Cena, well, just because everybody knows John Cena. But if you have a chance to tell a story, to give us more substance to the storyline, why wouldn't you do it? This 10 minutes could have been used for Lesnar to explain his actions. And truthfully, this entire Lesnar and Cena feud, it's been booked really lazily. But again, I do have interest in it because it is Brock Lesnar and John Cena, and that is undeniable. But that does bring me to the end of my 5 key findings. If you guys did enjoy and haven't done it already, please hit that like button and let me know your thoughts in the comments down below as well. Of course, Allison Analysis is now back on the Wrestling Republic YouTube channel, so we will be here every Tuesday and every Saturday, and I am looking forward to it. I will see you guys on Tuesday. Peace!